Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of Cookiecast. Today on Cookiecast, it's our football podcast. You can't see the forest for the trees. Join myself, Paul and James, as we talk about last week's games, upcoming games, do some predictions, do some bets, and then finish it off nicely with a lovely little quiz. If anybody's not checking us out on YouTube, do jump over to YouTube right now. Pause this, jump to YouTube, watch what's going on. Anyway, this is Cookiecast. You can't see the forest for the trees.
So we've got 2 games to preview. No, 1 game to preview.
Just 1 game to preview and 1 game.
I was thinking because Forest play on Friday, but we'll be doing presumably Wednesday.
I do not need to upload the football podcast phone. That will do.
Excuse me. Terrible belch. Apologies. Apologies to all our listeners and welcome along to another thrilling instalment of You Can't See the Forest for the Tees, live on Cookiecast Radio.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought you might have only just seen that now. Sent him a text, you en route, I think as he literally walked through the door.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I think because I sent it and then I thought I heard you go, oh yeah. Oh yeah.
He was up here and you were downstairs.
Yeah, exactly.
Whoa, Matt's quiz.
What's in it?
Alright, what are we doing then?
You tell me, James. What's happened this week in football?
Games?
Where's it going?
Quite a lot of games.
Oh, did you lot play Saturday?
Yeah.
Right, that's why I'm looking at a million games.
So, yeah. But we'll get on to that. Where to start? Oh, I can tell you where we can start. Apparently, you've seen that the Premier League are going to be launching a Hall of Fame.
No.
Off?
Apparently so.
Right.
Premier League are going to launch a Hall of Fame. They're going to start it with 2. It's only for players, so it's not for managers.
Mm-hmm.
All right, it's going to start off with players, and they might expand it to managers at a later time. But apparently, it's going to start off with 2 people that are just going to be selected, and then I think it's going to go to like a voting process after that.
So who's the 2 then?
Well, this is the thing. Who would your 2 be?
Between...
So Premier League icons, basically.
So presumably the 2 that will get selected won't be current players.
You'd imagine that they'll go for legacy players, if you will. There's only 2 it can really be for me.
Really?
Yeah. Well, as your inaugural sort of entrance. Personally, I think, anyway.
I think Giggsy.
Right?
That wasn't going to be one of your 2.
So end at seas?
I'm saying nothing at this point, James.
I think Giggs.
There's people you can make arguments for, but I think if you're going to start it off, you need to start it off with like some sort of something that has emphasis and makes the most sense for a particular reason. So,
I think just the longevity of the man, really, and all the success.
So
I'd go with Giggsy. Yeah. I think there's loads. I know you've said there's only 2 it can be.
Well, there's definitely
there's Giggs.
All right, I'll take it back. There's not only 2 that could be, but I think there's 2 that stand out.
I think the other one that stands out, I'd like to think who it is. It's got to be Shearer on it. Premier League goal scoring record.
So in a text I had with my mates this morning, when one of them mentioned it, the 2 names I said, Alan Shearer, Ryan Giggs.
Oh really?
Yeah.
I
think it makes the most sense. So you can obviously put Shearer in there because he's scored the most goals,
and he's not
what be getting overtaken for a long time, if ever. And then Giggsy's obviously there for the longevity.
Well, I don't know. It depends whether Haaland transfers to the Premier League for like 3 years.
Yeah, we'll see.
And the longevity of that, was it God knows how many consecutive scoring seasons, games played,
he's got in every single season.
Won.
Yes, Andrew.
You boys not playing on Saturday?
Oh no.
Both playing on Monday.
Monday, innit?
Oh, it's
against
Monday.
Each other. Yeah.
Yes. Because we had a very long conversation about it last night, and why have I forgotten? Some people.
Oh, I'm glad that I.
That we agreed.
We agreed on those things.
Something.
You didn't look very convinced when I said gigs.
Do you know why, James? Because I'm an excellent poker player.
Yeah, it shows on the poker nights we've had.
Yeah, whatever. I've only been there for one of them.
I was going to say, what?
I think I got eliminated in the first couple of hands.
In the first go.
I've done alright in both.
All right, mate, calm down. It's not a
Nothing
competition.
worse.
It's not a competition. Oh, wait a minute. That's literally the.
In fairness, I know we're obviously having a little break from football for a second. But in that poker night, though, right, I was not that big-headed, right? Because I had an early lead.
Anyone who says
I was
that
kind of
immediately was big.
I was having an early lead. I played it cool, right? As soon as Ed got into the lead, Ed did not play it cool, did he?
You little bitch.
You were right. Ed did not play it cool. Ed immediately had an ego.
Are we only predicting Monday? You're not playing again Saturday or anything?
No, we think we'll have
We're playing again on Friday, but we'll have
another podcast next week before that. So
right.
Probably Wednesday. I'm going to be too tired on Tuesday, I'll tell you now.
Right, here we go. The Premier League has revealed plans to launch its official Hall of Fame, with the first 2 players to be inducted next month. The Hall of Fame will recognise and celebrate the exceptional skill and talent of those who have graced the Premier League since its inception in 1992. Candidates must have retired, and only a player's Premier League career is considered.
Yeah, well, this is why I veered away from, because in terms of like status and
Ferguson, yeah, maybe.
I was thinking about Beckham.
Right, okay.
But it wasn't really Premier League. You know what I mean?
A
lot of his thing was England and Real Madrid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The first 2 inductees will be announced at a special event on March 19th, alongside a short list of additional nominees which fans will be able to vote for future inclusion. Since 1992, the Premier League has been home to world-class players who have defined generations and provided us with compelling football season after season. So Premier League Chief Executive Richard Masters, a place in the Premier League Hall of Fame is reserved for the very best. It will be an occasion for our fans around the world to look back over the years and help us celebrate some truly exceptional playing careers. Each inductee will receive a personalised medallion engraved with the year of their induction.
So I think for those two, there's those two that stand out.
A chest wig to go with it.
Pair of shades.
There's those two that stand out, but there is other ones like
you
would imagine that Henry,
Bergkamp,
yes,
Gerrard,
yes,
Scholes,
Lampard,
Schmeichel.
Who's sitting on the most appearances? Like
Gareth Barry, I think.
Yeah, I mean, you don't immediately think of him.
Not exactly a superstar, but he's there for.
If he's made the most Premier League appearances, he's got to be in consideration.
Absolutely. So you maybe say like as a posthumous one for Gary Speed.
Speed, I thought about that as well. And then you're looking at there's been
John Terry,
the likes of like Peter Schmeichel.
Well, Terry, Lampard, Gary Neville. Like, there's all the people. Like, you're pretty much making an argument for any person who played for United in the 90s. Yeah.
But then
for that sort of period.
But then you look at like, I mean, I know he went other places, but Vieira.
Yeah.
A massive Premier.
Drogba.
Keane.
Cantona.
Yeah. He was one of the front leading like foreign players, wasn't he?
A lot of the players for the Invincibles for Arsenal.
Did you?
Yeah. So King Eric.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah.
Alex Manninger.
Jumping all over it.
Well, I mean, if Alex Manninger's going to get one, obviously Nicholas Bentner's going to get it.
Is he retired yet? Only retired players, James.
I think he is retired because hasn't he got one of those like
Lord
at home with the Bentners type programs?
Oh my god!
I swear he's got a reality TV show now.
He is so bad.
I'm sure he has.
The best thing.
He came
best thing that I ever heard about that was the fact that he once came out and I think he was getting interviewed by either Arsenal TV or he was doing something for the Arsenal.
Is this proposed Juventus move or something?
No. It's when he said, "I want to be known as the best striker in the world." And Van Persie or someone just like chimed in with, "You're not even the best striker at Arsenal," and then just went out of the room or something. He was just like. What a clown! What an absolute clown!
There was something on the internet the other day, and it was talking about famous bus stops. So we had it in the quiz, didn't we?
Yeah, Kieran versus Lee Bowyer.
And it was showing a few. And there was a Bentner, and I forget who it was when he was at Arsenal. He was having a bus stop. Nah,
we can all make up names, Paul. Come on.
No, Marwan Shamak was quite good because he
Marwan Shamak
lent his name to the fantasy football team name of Shamak my bitch up. There you go. I can't really remember who it was, but it might have been Fabregas. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, it might have been Fabregas actually.
So
there's a lot of options.
So it'll be interesting to see if it's a physical place, like as in a physical Hall of Fame, like the Pro Football Hall of Fame for American football in Canton, Ohio is.
As in you can go to Premier League HQ.
Because obviously there's the football museum in Manchester, isn't there? So I don't know if they'll just have like a wing of that that'll be dedicated to the Premier League, maybe, or if they'll just go.
I'd be interested to see whether we're right. I think there's no way that it's not going to be Shearer.
I don't think. I'd go the other way. I'd say there's
you think
no
it's nailed
way
on Giggs?
I don't think there's any way it's not Giggsy. I mean, to be fair, I still think it will be them too. And I mean, on the BBC article that announced it, the picture was of Shearer. So, I mean, to me, it just
he's employed by BBC.
Yeah, I know he is, but I mean, like, makes a lot of sense.
I could be proactive. Get the quiz ready. We've been absolutely shafted by the quiz.
Oh no!
Because the head, like the title, 42 questions. I was just like scrolling through. I was like, 42, 43, 44.
Oh no!
45.
Oh no!
So it's a 15 question quiz.
Nice.
I got a little idea for the quiz. Whatever the difference between your scores are gets added onto yours.
What, so we draw every time? Right, what else this week?
Oh, dearie me. Terrible.
Obviously, we'll be coming to the...
Suspension of Italian League?
What, because of the old Sol virus?
Yeah.
Sorry, the Heineken virus. The Brahma virus? Carlsberg virus. Virus.
There's a certain drinks company.
The Sierra Nevada.
They're missing a trick with some like naming rights or something, aren't they?
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, well, I don't even think it's not just Italian football, is it? It's Italian everything. They're saying that they might not even be able to finish the Six Nations. So, not good. Yeah. But I had a quick look as well, and there was a map of all the confirmed locations, and America and Canada were on there.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So there have been noted, not casualties, but sufferers. I don't know if that's what you class it as. They're not victims because they've not passed away.
Was it the Iranian health minister?
Don't know, Andrew.
This is second-hand information. I did not get this information myself, but the Iranian health minister did like a press conference where talking about the entire time sweating, like mopping his brow and stuff. Then gets confirmed as having coronavirus.
Wow.
It's like, oopsie.
Yeah, so no football there.
Yeah, they were talking about they might have to postpone the Lyon.
I thought you said PSG Juventus.
No, it was Lyon Juventus.
Was it Lyon Juventus?
Yeah, because that was last night.
Oh yeah.
That was the other game that was on at the same time as Real Madrid versus Man City.
And that was played without any Juve fans.
But it was in Lyon.
Yeah.
So obviously
return leg next week.
Return leg
No, 2 weeks time. Next week, they're staggered out. Next week's going to be Liverpool.
Yes. Yes.
I believe it's pronounced.
It's confusing me because obviously Europa League just carries on week on week.
Well, they had a Europa League game last night that I didn't even realise until
was that?
It was Rangers versus Braga last night.
Oh,
I don't know. There must be something either them or Celtic. There must be a reason.
Yeah.
But it was in Portugal, so unless Sporting or Benfica or somewhere else
are at
home, I don't know. There's obviously a reason why they do it. There can only be so many games on or something like that. The Europa League's weird, isn't it?
Some of them are down to like policing and stuff for the city, though, aren't
they?
Yeah. But anyway, United on tonight, aren't they?
Yes. Wolves are currently playing as we record, I believe.
Are they already 4-0 up?
Something ridiculous like that. Did you see any of the goals?
Get a hat-trick?
No, Jota
got a hat-trick and Neves got one.
Neves scored an absolute fucking snorter. Again, doesn't score tap-ins.
Yeah, I was going to say that. Has he ever scored one from inside the box?
I don't know if he has. Seriously, there's a stat.
I mean, he does like to have a shot.
He doesn't get many, but the ones he scores,
he does like to have a shot, though, doesn't he? Yeah,
there was the one that he scored the season they went up, where it basically, I think it was a corner. The ball never touched the ground. It basically got played in. got like sort of knocked around, then basically just dropped to him and he absolutely smashed it.
I thought you meant straight from the corner, because Sheringham and Scholes used to do that corner routine. Sheringham used to take the corner and ping it to Scholes.
The best ones were always the ones that he used to ping off the underside of the bar. I don't know what, there's something about it when it comes off the underside of the bar and bounces down.
I like Tony Yeboah's famous goals.
Yeah. I've never been a fan of them.
Oh,
I'm
no,
always like, you know, it's on the line and it's like, is it in? Is it out?
No, not the ones that sort of bounce back out again.
Just the ones that they go in off the underside of the bar.
They clip the underside of the bar and you've got to do that and just go into the goal.
And getting it to the extremity of the goal.
Oh, yeah. My mate at one point said that he had a fetish, and it was when the ball's hit so hard that it hits the back of the net and comes back across the goal line. It was like
they don't have nets taut enough to do that anymore, do they?
No, not unless you're Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank and you're smashing the ball at 90 miles an hour.
But they used to have tauter nets, didn't they?
They did.
Well, they used to have the stand.
Now they've just got like 9 miles of extra net just hanging around.
Exactly.
It's like got some net.
Oh, it's funny when a goalkeeper like tracks back and then just gets lost in the net though. Detangles it.
That's it from me. Thanks for joining us. See you next week.
I think that's
before
It's a bit of a slower week, other than the actual games themselves, which we can get into now. If you'd like to.
Liverpool nearly
shit the bed.
Didn't win a game,
but won.
But they now only need 4 more wins to claim a maiden Premier League title.
So it's probably time to.
And the world will end.
I think someone said that they've already got more points now in February than United got in their treble season. That's kind of insane, though.
They weren't having a drink, James.
That's kind of insane, isn't it?
Triple singles.
They're just gonna.
But I mean, most people would say that they're anti-Liverpool players. It's just not a competitive league anymore.
But they're just gonna the worst thing is that I don't want Liverpool to not win the league because I don't like the team. I really like the team. I think the team plays some really lovely stuff.
Fans.
To the supporters.
Yeah.
They're just going to be unbearable.
I don't think it's going to be that bad.
Yeah, absolutely.
So they go up.
Even Tom was.
So if they win the Premier League and Leeds go up, it will officially be a nightmare.
Well, it will happen.
You'll fucking happen.
I mean, I hope Leeds don't go up. We'll get on to this.
Well,
so we're having a conversation on our little group for this very podcast. You boys like Liverpool not doing too well. So that's because they're shit, aren't they?
I don't think I said that. I just said.
Have you seen the score?
Yeah, because they were losing.
And I was like 2-1 down.
Because they're shit. Well, they're not shit, are they? I was like, well, they're shit in this game because they're losing 2-1. So I was like, right, I'm going to set this podcast up. I'm going to go on Sky Bet. I'm going to take £10. I'm going to put it on Liverpool to lose.
Oh dear.
But I got distracted. My eyes were caught.
Oh no. Oh dear.
By the boosts for the game. And one of the boosts, I was like, I'll get a boost. Like, I was going to put a tenner on 2-1. Liverpool weren't going to get any more goals. West Ham.
Yeah.
West Ham were going to just, job done. I'm going to put a tenner on. It's going to win. And then I'll be giving it all that on podcast. But I got distracted by the boosts. I was going through the boost. I was like, why don't they ever boost anything good? And look at this, like, it's Salah to score the 4th goal or something. All of this. And the last boost.
You realise that a bookie's job is to take your money.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's why they boost.
So the last
kind of outrageous
the last
shit.
boost on the list was Liverpool to win 3-2, boosted to 11-1.
I don't understand why that's on there because I never thought they wouldn't win.
And I saw it and went, I'm not having that.
Oh god.
It's on the treadmill later. So I'll just have to look how that game finished up. Motherfucker! Would have been a nice little earner, that one.
Yeah.
Bunsen burner.
Speaking of nice little earners, can't wait to be spending this money.
Yeah, I just had a look and no.
No? You do surprise me. I mean, I would have thought we'd have got money off the back of yours.
Oh no.
Who did you play at weekend?
Barnsley.
Alright,
James,
it was Luton last week we're having this
Luton the week before. Barnsley. So what you're saying, James, is that they played
in fairness,
1-2.
In fairness, you've lost to Barnsley.
Yeah.
Form team.
I
team.
charge.
3 out of 3.
What was the what was the score on that one, Paul?
Barnsley FC 1. Middlesbrough FC 0.
Is that 3 1-0s in a row now?
Thanks, James.
What did you think the score was going to be?
I believe I had 0-0.
James, what did you think the score was going to be?
Did I say 0-0 as well?
You did.
Andrew didn't say 0-0, or did he?
Andrew didn't say 0-0. What did Andrew say?
Did Andrew say Middlesbrough? Did you say Barnsley win?
Oh, that's right.
Did he say Barnsley win?
1-0.
That's right.
Oh, yeah.
A 1-0.
There's absolutely no way he got a goal scorer.
No way.
A 1-0 for...
Was it Chaplin?
For that,
So,
Yeah, because I think the guy who does
do we get 2 points?
2 points if you get the correct score.
It's been so long.
So the guy who does the Borough Evening Gazette football coverage put something on Twitter about something like Chaplin scored and it was pretty much but there was nothing funny about it. Obviously Charlie. Sadly his name's not Charlie.
Did he have his number
I
one
think
dad
it's Connor.
t-shirt
Maybe
on?
Connor Chaplin.
I've just got Chaplin. Yeah. So that starts the week out strong.
good.
Going to put a couple of points in the bank. Move on to Nottingham Forest versus QPR.
I can only assume this was a thumping win for Nottingham Forest, yeah, James?
I can't remember what I said it would be.
He was like, you know what's going to happen in this game?
Did I say 2-0?
4-0.
Double it.
Did I say 4-0?
4-0.
You did.
4-0.
It was, well, I mean, I got QPR's goals right.
2-0. 4-0. Broke out all faithful across the board.
2-1.
2-1. Cash and Lolly to score. Yes, please. Just want to tell us what the score was.
0-0.
Oh.
Clean sheet though, innit?
Oh, God.
I can't really give you any info on the game because I didn't. It wasn't on TV.
Anybody who tracks the way we do our scoring process will know that's no points for anyone.
I was out in town that day, so I was only really watching.
Oh, that's fair enough. So it's just dawned on me, we didn't actually cover the main crux of the Middlesbrough game in the fact that the 2 games in a row, so obviously they'd lost to Luton the week before.
No shots on target.
And then they lost to Barnsley. So in 2 games against the bottom 2 they had, that's correct, Andrew, 0 shots on
At half
target.
time he was like, fucking hell, we're playing Leeds, it's no shots on target at half time, and then like Stubbs found it, he's like, there's been a shot on target, we couldn't remember it, but the stats showed there was one. We missed it, but there was one.
Which moves us to Nottingham Forest next game.
We're back with Cardiff versus Nottingham Forest.
The stats or the previous meetings would indicate this was going to be a thumping Cardiff victory.
Oh, that's why that internet thing came out. You know about the bickering players? 2 of them kicked off each other in that.
And somebody else.
Was it Lowe?
Bakuna Matata.
I don't know.
Jamal Lowe, maybe?
No, he don't play for them. Plays for Wigan.
Oh. Yeah.
Either way, can't remember who it was. But yeah, James, what was the score?
It was 1-0.
To Cardiff?
No, to Forest.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
Nottingham Forest.
And of course, James knows this.
Cheeky 2-0.
James knows that the score was 1-0 because he's a Nottingham Forest fan. And he watched the game and absolutely acknowledged when they'd scored, didn't you, James?
No, I didn't, because
I see.
Because I was trying to be sociable. There was 3 of us went out. As per, Paul was on one of his 50% of his time out in the toilet.
I had to take care of some urgent business.
Literally, we were out for about 3 hours and he must have been in the toilet 5 times.
I had to go for some weebies.
Any comment?
So,
some weebies and maybe a little
twosies. So I was obviously left to chat with the third person.
The third wheel.
The third wheel, yeah.
Obviously,
not a podcast favourite.
obviously, this is the date of
This
the
is today,
three,
yeah.
and then he's the clear third option.
Ooh, do you think maybe he was looking for a three-way with us?
Oh my! Tune in next week to find. No,
No, we'll tell you by the end.
there's no cliffhanger.
Yeah.
Yeah, boy.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so it was 1-0. I can't remember. 2 to Forest. I can't remember what we all said. Do you need the scorer now, or do you want to just remind us what we said?
Thiago Silva.
Or depending if you look at Sky.
What was it, Mandalip or
C.
something?
Ivanhoe, or whatever
yeah.
he's called. Because you were like,
Who was
that guy? So I was like, because it said like that, you know, like when you get the score and it's like 1-0 and it's the name, and it was like C. Ivanillo or whatever they have him as. He's like, who is this guy? I was like, well, if you just read like an inch lower, it says Thiago Silva. It's like, oh right, yeah.
So,
I can't remember what we said. I don't know. I'd like to think that I went with a 1-0, but I think I probably said 2-0. I think I was probably overconfident.
So you get yourself a little pint.
Yeah.
Lovely little pint. Paul?
You're such a slag.
And in one of the games, I think I said Thiago Silva, but it might have been for the QPR game as one of my 4 scorers.
Yeah. Shame. Paul? Wow. No, you need your other one as well.
Yeah, I went for 1-1.
So what's 1-1? So there's no... You got the... oh, no, sorry. What's this I've got written down here?
Did he go 1-0? There's absolutely no way he said Thiago Silva. I know
Got
that.
my name written down. What's it? 1-0? 1. 2 points for this guy. I did not get the goal scorer. Because
it's someone you would never go for.
He's still working towards his 60, just not
Grabs.
in any of the last few games.
Oh, don't worry. He'll absolutely score on Monday.
He's going to put at least a screamer in the back of the net on Monday.
Nah, Grabs doesn't work with screamers. He's more of a poacher, more of a
Fox in the box.
More of a Gary Lineker stab it in from 2 yards out guy. No.
Okay, I didn't know.
No.
I didn't know if we were revealing something. So,
which takes us to
3 games down, 1
the
to
River
go.
Dance.
The
big game.
We did not go to the River Dance.
The big game of the week.
We went to 127 Micklegate, didn't we?
No, we didn't. No.
Oh no, they were
What's
close.
busy?
Where did we go?
The Windmill.
Oh, I was talking to Tom this morning. I was like, yeah, I went to the Punch Bowl. Because I didn't do football in there. It's like, something doesn't seem right about this. Like,
I've made a huge mistake.
oh, no, the Punch Bowl's over the...
We had tea in the punch bowl. Although if we'd known we were going to the windmill, we probably would have just eaten in the windmill spot.
So, where do we even begin? The lovely company we had?
Oh, the lovely guys that were just there for a nice beer to watch the football in complete silence.
Just one beer.
One of them was listing big clubs that should be in the Premier League, and I heard Forest mentioned, so that gave him a bit of a pass for me.
You're wrong.
It
You're wrong.
did not give him a pass for this man over here.
No, he was getting well pissed off.
He
The only other thing is,
like he
he
was
probably,
begging us to
because
go and
I was
smash
obviously
his face
cheering for Borough and getting as excited as you, he was probably towering me with his brush of like going, well, they're both a couple of cocks, rather than just calling you a cock or whatever.
Because after the game, when this man went to the toilet, see the Borough fans gone then.
Oh, I don't remember.
Like,
oh, really?
You're gonna get knocked out, mate, because you're a fucking cunt. Yeah. What is it? You know, every time you go, you fucking hate Leeds, and I go, yeah. Anybody want to guess why that might be?
It's because of the people. It's because of the people, James. The people. He doesn't like the
People,
people.
the place, their football club.
We were out with
their
2
supporters.
perfectly well-behaved Leeds fans.
Yeah. Absolutely agree. Sadly, we need to get to the it's what the public are listening. They're listening for. They want to know the score, Andrew.
They do want to know the score.
And they want to know how we predicted the score. One of us might have gone a little bit mental because one of us picked a 4-0 Leeds win.
Did I?
I believe it was you.
It's only a little bit mental because a 4-0 Leeds win still gets points.
It still gets more points than you.
Doesn't it?
But I don't think I would have gone for the goalie scorer.
I did not go for the goalie scorer.
In hindsight, if I'd have thought about it, I would have gone for the goal scorer.
when you were sat there going, he always scores against Borough.
I think I even said it as the game was kicking off.
Yep.
I think I normally am convinced that Bamford is shit, so he ain't going to score. But I normally always go Fernandes.
Didn't have a great game.
But every time Leeds is in this book, I could go back, and if there is a time that Leeds has played and somebody hasn't predicted Bamford to score, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah.
And then we stood there and everyone's like, Bamford's shit.
He is shit, but he is Leeds' top goal scorer.
That's mainly just because of the system they play.
How?
When I say he's Leeds' top goal scorer, he got something like 8
Right.
goals or something, or 6 goals.
No, he's got 12.
12, is it?
He's got 12.
And was Sean right when he said that Leeds' second top goal scorer this
Own
season is
goal.
own goals?
Goal.
Oh, jeez.
Following the Manchester United theory, aren't they? Own goals are still goals.
So yeah, sadly, finished Middlesbrough 0. So
They
a third game in a row with no goals.
And just
They're
one.
now officially the division's lowest scoring team.
Are they really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Just one for Leeds, which is a little less than most
Yeah,
of the score.
in 2 games this season, Leeds have beaten Middlesbrough and haven't really had to get out of first gear in any of the games.
If I'm honest, especially in the second half, I thought Borough played. It's the best I've seen them look this year, which granted isn't a massive yardstick.
I don't think I've seen all that much Borough football this season. But from what I've been seeing on paper,
They've been fucking terrible.
Yes, I was expecting a terrible game. I was just...
I keep hearing sounds.
I just expected
Your phone's been going off.
It's not mine.
them blasting goals into the back.
It's
of
not
that net.
mine because the only notification I got is the one you sent me an hour ago.
Anyway.
But I thought they held their own. I mean, they held them to 1 goal.
It's the best I've seen them, at least.
What is that noise?
What noise? I didn't hear it that time.
Oh.
Is it the Springs?
Your New York thing was waving there. But is that the noise you had before?
Oh.
Is it the Springs in the chair?
It must be a
Is that the noise you were hearing before?
I think so.
Yeah. I was like, "Sorry?"
Well, stop moving then.
I have.
Stop moving!
Well, I brought a chair back. So, I thought Middlesbrough played well to keep it. I was like, I expected to go a little bit more like a 2-1.
To be honest,
it was for a 1-0. I thought it was an entertaining game of football. It was a bit end to end. There's space in the game.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think the fact that Leeds didn't score more than 1 was down to both poor finishing and good goalkeeping.
Yeah.
Rather than anything else.
There was one point where Shotton got fantastic.
To be fair, Ryan Shotton played well. He made a couple of last ditch challenges which saved at least a shot on target and stuff like that. So yeah, I wouldn't say they were unlucky, but it's a standard. Basically, it's the same as it's been all season. They just don't create enough chances.
Do you know what? I think last night though they did create some chances. They just haven't got the forward line just isn't there.
No.
And it's interesting that you say that they're now like the lowest scorers.
Mm-hmm.
Last season, as I remember, for at least like the most part of the early part of the season, you had a fantastic defence. So presumably now that's gone. So last year, did you not have a good attack line either? I can't remember.
Not really, they never have.
But you did have a defence at the start.
So I've been watching Middlesbrough games since I was about 10. So I've been watching them since 95. So what's that? 25 years.
Yes.
So the 25 years that I've watched, I don't think I've ever known them be a prolific goal-scoring team.
Mm-hmm.
So they've always had to be defence-minded and then counter-attack, hit things on the break, so that.
Give Marvin a ring. What are you up to?
It's probably getting baked in Amsterdam or something like that.
I honestly, I was kind of being serious though when you just need to like register Robbie Keane. compared to that shite you've got up top.
I mean, I don't know. I maintain my stance of what I said in the pub. I think the problem they've had this season is the fact that Woodgate's come in. He's wanted to change the philosophy of the club, which is fair enough. No problems against trying to change the philosophy and so that. You can't expect results straight away by changing everything.
You can't change it all at once.
You have to go gradually. So obviously he is a defender, so you'd imagine that he would stick with defence as his main idea. That doesn't seem to have been the case, and if I'm being entirely honest, I still don't know what his preferred style of football, system of football, formation, attacking intent. I honestly don't know what his main style is. And if I'm being honest, I don't think he knows. So, yeah, it's...
So it's the points,
It's not great at the moment.
So, Mr. Williams thought it was going to be a two apiece. Yourself thought it was going to be one apiece.
I think I said at the time, I absolutely don't think this is going to happen. It's more
That's what you wanted to happen.
Yeah.
I was being a bit of a dick about it and went with a 4-0. However, as pointed out previously, that did net me a point. I'm not going to dwell on certain aspects of this. Over 4 games, which spans 2 weeks.
So if Tavern had put that one in, I'd have got the correct score.
One apiece?
Yeah.
Interesting.
And incidentally, I didn't go for Tav for the goal, did I? Sometimes I do, that's all.
Fletcher?
No.
Saville?
Paddy
McNair.
Didn't even play.
Over 4 games, Paul...
You saving the big guns for the game on Monday? Is that what he was doing?
James, over the 4 games, got a whopping 1 point.
Yeah.
I got 5 points this week.
What's going on there then?
What happened there then? Anywho, that brings us to this week's games, and it's just the one. And the reason for that, James, is...
Middlesbrough versus Forest, isn't it?
Ooh. It's the podcast derby.
Podcast rivalry at its finest. So, I'll be going first.
You will be going first.
Shit.
But to give the context, we will be going to the game.
We will be in
the Forest
attendance. Yes, I will be breaking with tradition, and I will find myself in the away end.
I went and sat in the borough end with the
live podcasting.
Yeah, we'll live tweet it all. I'll use my phone. Oh wait a minute. Can't do that, can I?
Oopsie.
So yeah, so we'll. So the last season we did home end for both games. This season we've done away end for both games. If there is a game to go to next season, or if there's 2 games to go to next season, maybe we'll do. I go in one end and he goes in the other end. I don't have to speak to him for the day.
Enjoyed the lovely conversation from last night. Why don't you come along? I don't think it'll be that much. What, like 20 quid or something?
Yeah, it'll be like 30 quid.
Let's savour this game.
It could be the last one for a while.
It might well be.
It could even potentially be 2 divisions apart next
season. Yeah. Ooh.
So
and then presumably your ticket prices will be astronomical.
I don't think they will be, because I think they're already quite high.
Do you know what?
Start refurbing stadiums.
You are both in the room.
So you have to give both of us a goal.
Goal apiece.
Well, it
was 1-1 draw.
It was 1-1 in the last game.
This guy. Wow.
Who's he going
now
for?
Then.
This is where we don't need to provide him with any names, because he's drilled now.
Sorry?
As in, he knows the name.
Excuse me, James, you dirty, filthy oik. Andrew, I know you like a boost. Do you want to know what the early price boosts are on Sky?
Go on.
So, we have 4 price boosts. Ashley Fletcher and Lewis Grabban both to score in 90 minutes.
Get me a pound on it.
10-1. However, pretty sure Ashley Fletcher's pulled a hamstring.
And also, as he's been in the lineup,
As
he's been in the lineup for the last 3 games, where Borough as a team have had what, 1 shot on or 2 shots on goal in
targets
3 games.
Yeah.
I'd like to think that they'll employ your logic and play Brit.
Yeah, I mean, he kind of has to.
Drew myself.
Oh no, Andrew.
No,
Kind of has to as well. So, if you don't like that, you can always have the other 10-1 shot, which is Joe Lolly to score from outside the penalty area. Honestly, quite tempted by that one.
Yep.
We have Sammy Amiobi to score any time at 9-2.
It's not bad either.
Nottingham Forest to win 2-0, 14-1. James, what was the score last time Nottingham Forest played at the Riverside?
I'm going to put 50.
2-0.
I believe it was 2-0.
I'm going to put 50p on each of them.
With did Grabban get a double?
I believe it was Grabban and Lolly.
Grabban and Lolly, yeah.
Casual lolly banger. CLW. No, CLB.
Rock, paper, scissors, who's going next?
How do you do rock, paper, scissors?
1, 2, 3.
Then go. Okay.
1. Oh, I thought we were doing
So,
that. for some
1,
reason.
2, 3,
Right,
and then.
Yeah, okay.
Let me just read his mind.
Sort of man is he?
Well, okay.
I know which way I'm going.
1, 2, 3.
Well done. Go on then, Jamesy. 4.
I'm in the room, so bear in mind you have to give me at
1.
least a goal.
I absolutely don't. I've seen your team play. I'm going for the 2-0.
And a little bet on it as well.
I'm going to get all those bets in.
So
I'm going to go for 2-0.
Borough's going to score
I'm going to go for
twice.
Grabban and Lolly, and that Lolly goal will be outside the box.
So that's a little caveat. So if it happens, he gets extra points for that.
But if it doesn't, you don't get any points.
Oh,
Correct.
yeah, I don't know about that.
Well, you've put it down.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
So now, I don't know whether to go for a sensible pick or whether just to go for an outrageous pick on the off chance that it just happens.
You mean like Borough have got to win a game at some stage?
Yeah. Fuck it.
A Sombalonga hat-trick. 3-0.
Well, he's absolutely picked the score I was going to go for.
Really?
Put me down
You're
for
absolutely on crack.
put me down for a Borough 3-0 win.
Why do you hate money, Paul?
I don't know, but it's
Why
28.
points?
It's 28-1. So,
Hit the bet.
and the goal scorers will be as follows:
A Sombalonga, a Sombalonga, a Sombalonga.
a Sombalonga.
Brace.
No,
Why
just
don't
the
you
one.
go full outrageousness? A Pears penalty.
Win.
Pear's goal kick that just catches the wind and just loops over Brees.
Win.
No, I think he's done for the season now with his goal scoring antics. Coulson, because last night he was pretty much our only attacking outlet at one point.
Depends whether you play that kind of system again, though, doesn't it? Really.
Yeah. Well, he'd be stupid not to, surely. It produced the best results in the past 3 games.
Yeah.
Nemecha.
No.
Even though he looks
him, aren't you?
absolutely terrible, he's getting games.
He looked slightly better last night than he did in the previous one.
Show me the money.
Right, so we have 3 bets on. So Andrew has a bet of 1-1, 1-1 draw, 5-1.
Bookies like that.
Yes, they do. James's Nottingham Forest 2-0 is 12-1. Paul Williams is 3-0 Middlesbrough, 28-1. There you go. And the bets are on.
5-1. You've got 28-1. What was Petey's?
12s, I think.
12s. Wow.
12s.
There we go.
I can't believe you've gone 3-0 home win.
Fuck it, why not? I've got to see him score at home at some point. Before they probably don't play any home games at the Riverside ever again because it's too big for them. I have to start closing all the stands.
Oh, jeez.
What at the top tip? Oh, no.
Yeah, I've got a top tier of one of them, you cheeky fuck. West stand upper. Cheeky toss piece.
Who drew Bart Simpson?
What?
It's not Bart. It was just a picture. I don't think I was going for Bart.
Bart Simpson.
That's absolutely Bart Simpson.
It's a bit of an
That's
elongated.
yours.
Yeah.
And that is
Well,
yours.
obviously my picture's good enough that you think it's Bart Simpson.
Oh, it's absolutely wonderful, James. As previously mentioned, it's a bonus round.
15.
Just quickly need to put a couple of bets on. What?
Are you going for side bets?
Just going to get a little bet action.
I'd maybe hang fire on that Fletcher one because you might want to see if he's actually going to play first.
Tennis? I don't like the way that Sky's decided to go with their betting system. Right.
Just don't bet.
Mug's game, innit?
It's a fool's game.
Never see a poor bookie.
How is James going to get more points today?
Answering more
we'll work
questions
something out.
correctly. I don't want to work something out. Just
We'll work something out. Maybe he can beat me at a quiz. I'm so funny.
Isn't that what? Oh, I see. I see what you did there. Let's crack on. Number 1. Tynecastle Park is the football stadium of which football club?
Do we get options on this?
Nope.
No.
Fuck.
You get the option to answer the question correctly. I will accept no wrong answers from you today. You've had plenty of time to get these right. Come on. Number 2. Who was appointed team captain of Aston Villa for the 2017-18 season?
Shit.
I know the answer to this. The 2015-16 season was the first time which club recorded a positive goal difference in the top flight season since 1988.
What's the name?
The 2015-2016 season was the first time which club recorded a positive goal difference in a top flight season since 1988. I was just about to say something, but that would have given it away. Oopsie. Oh, now I've got to find my word.
What's he mean? Giving it away?
Well, I looked at the answer, and I was about to go, realising that the answer would have been immediately given away. Well, which country did both Bobby Charlton in 1970 and then Terry Butcher in 1990 play their last match against?
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Oh.
Yeah, it makes sense when you think about it.
Number 5. Harry Kane was the first English player to win the Premier League Golden Boot since which other English footballer?
Sorry, say that. Sorry, I zoned out.
I mean, that's not.
It's not like you're trying to play the quiz or anything.
No, I was thinking about the previous answer.
Is this why you... Harry Kane was the first English player to win the Premier League Golden Boot since which
Oh, we have this question all the time.
other English footballer? So you'll know the answer then,
Yes.
won't you? Number 6. As of 2018, name the largest football stadium in Essex.
As of what?
2018. I imagine that's English.
I was fully expecting the world, and then
The word.
Essex.
Essex.
The largest football stadium. Paul, can you name me some football stadiums in Essex?
Just real quick, just asking for a friend.
I'll just put a little placeholder there. Essex.
Okay, number 7. The Stadio Giuseppe,
Miazza.
Yeah.
that's the one, in Milan is better known by what name?
Yes.
Number 8. Which England international scored the only goal of his whole club career against Southampton at the Dell in October 1967?
What?
Yeah, boy.
Which?
Which England international scored the only goal of his whole club career against Southampton at the Dell in October 1967?
I can't think of any Essex clubs, let alone stadiums.
I've only got one that I can think of off the top of my head.
Oh, wow.
What, club or stadium?
Club. So I've got no idea what the stadium is. I've just put the club.
Well, I know one Essex club.
Number 9.
Do you know that stadium now? Have you actually got one? If that's right, I'm sharing the point with you. If I've given you the stadium
I forgot
name.
about them.
Do you know their stadium name?
I did.
No. Well, it's not the club; it's the stadium name that we need.
I'll go with that.
Number 9. In 1970, in which country was England captain Bobby Moore accused and later totally exonerated of the theft of a bracelet from a jeweller's?
In which country?
Number 10. Which player holds the record as the youngest player to play in a World Cup Finals tournament? Hint. He also helped his country win the last ever British Home Championship in 1984. Okay. Ooh. Jamesy boy. Looks like a little 4-pointer coming up here. Number 11. Can you name the English football clubs from the following nicknames?
Yes.
A. Railwaymen. B. The Shakers. C. The Pirates.
Shit.
No, the Pirates. And D. The Throstles?
Throssels.
Yeah, we'll do that. 4 points for you there, Jamesy.
Absolutely no points for me.
I don't believe that's true. Railwaymen. Come on, you know that one.
Absolutely not.
No, you do.
The Pirates.
Yep. The Shaker, the Railwaymen, the Shakers, the Pirates, and the Throstles. Number 12. There are many professional football clubs that have taken a Beatles song as their nickname. Villarreal in Spain are the most...
Villarreal.
Yeah, are the most famous. Which Beatles song do they take their nickname from? Got a bit wordy.
Yes.
13. Whose August 2012 autobiography was entitled The Bin Man Chronicles?
I tell you what, I felt really confident in the first 8. Well, in fairness, it's just gone really shit. Do you know this?
No.
You look like a man who reads a football biography.
Oh,
I do like it.
absolutely.
Oh, I don't know.
14. Bobby Moore's England record of 108 caps for an outfield player was broken when which player gained his 109th cap? (15) And final question, not only of today but of this quiz. Which Brazilian football club did Pelé make 638 appearances for?
Is that where he scored most of his
Thousand
1,000 goals?
Yeah.
1,000 goals.
Oh yeah, there's no evidence for any of it, but apparently he's got 1,000 goals. What
Most
was number?
of-
I've written a
loads
note.
of them, loads of them came in like friendlies and
I've
stuff.
got written a note here to try and tell me what
Goldberg.
number 12 is. But what was the question?
Beatles.
Beat. Oh yeah, I've just put beat. Obviously, God, I know that.
Beats by Dre. Do we need any repeating? Any more time?
I don't think.
Do you
You
know
could give me
any of
20
the
minutes and I'll
answers?
still be getting them.
James. Right then, let's do this.
Beatles.
Just put Hey Jude and move on.
Right, so you know that football nicknames one? I don't know any of them, so I'll put the same club for all four.
Excellent idea.
To try and spread my net a bit.
Possibly the worst idea I've ever heard.
I mean, I don't
I don't know.
Number 1, Tynecastle Park is the football stadium of which football club?
Hearts.
Hearts of Midlothian.
Oh, you're not going to make me put the full name?
No, because it says Hearts and then in brackets.
Oh, okay.
Hearts of Midlothian.
Number
I take it you knew that.
Correct.
Who was appointed team captain of Aston Villa for the 2017-18 season?
I've gone with John Terry.
Grealish?
You were right to do so, James. John Terry.
Jean Terry.
Number 3. The 2015-2016 season was the first time which club recorded a positive goal difference in the top flight season since 1988?
Wolves.
They were in the Premier League that time. Palace?
Is it Watford?
Bournemouth?
They won't be in the top flight.
Yeah,
So, you know when I rolled down and looked at it and then I went, and I was like, oh no, I can't say that because that would give the answer away. Because what I was going to say was, well, Liverpool seemed to put them to the sword the other day, didn't
West
they?
Ham.
West Ham.
West Ham.
Interesting.
They went that long.
Not surprising. They were a bit weird for ages, weren't they?
Number 4, which country did both Bobby Charlton in 1970 and then Terry Butcher in 1990 play their last match against?
I'm really annoyed here because I put Germany and crossed it out.
Why?
Quite right to. Because
Oh.
it's West Germany.
All right. Well, I think I was. So, when did they go out in 1970?
Against West Germany.
Yeah, but then I thought surely Terry Butcher would have played against Italy in the fourth one in 90.
Maybe they didn't want to
But
play.
so I crossed it out and put Italy. But then I was like, but Bobby Charlton definitely didn't play against Italy. So I've pulled it up.
You
Is
have
it?
balled
Is
it
it's
up.
Germany, isn't it?
Well, if you'd put Germany, I think your man over there might have argued a little that
No, you'd let me have Germany, wouldn't you?
it was.
Not if there's points on there.
Okay. Well, anyway, I crossed out
was-
Germany.
It was
and
West
put
Germany.
Italy.
Correctly pointed out, it was West Germany.
Annoying.
Harry Kane was the first English player to win the Premier League Golden Boot since which other English footballer?
Calvin Phillips.
I'd gone from Jake from Scissor Sisters.
Obviously, you'll be able to tell me which club and which year.
Kevin Phillips, Sunderland, 99-2000.
In fairness, I could have told you that. Oh yeah,
Did you get it right?
yeah, of course I got it right.
No, he put Calvin Phillips, silly man.
Calvin and Hobbes. What?
Phillips.
Thank you, by the way, for reminding me of this.
I've just put Colchester. If it is them, I want some points.
I don't know if it is. So originally I put Braintree because I couldn't think of any other Essex-based teams.
They're definitely not going to have the biggest.
No, obviously not.
Yeah.
I've gone with Roots Hall, but I think it could be the
Roots or
Colchester Stadium.
Southend? Is Southend in Essex?
As of 2018, named the largest football stadium in Essex.
Is it the Western Homes Community Stadium?
Who's that?
Or whatever the
Oh.
Colchester Community Stadium is now called? Or is it Roots Hall?
It is Roots Hall,
Okay.
home of South
got it? Is that what you went for?
United,
What I went in.
but with plans to be replaced in the near future.
I've been to it.
Yeah, they've had planning permission or like they've been planning to move stadiums for the past like 20 years or something.
The Stadio Giuseppe
Meazza.
in Milan is better known by what name?
Old Trafford.
What did you put?
Coronavirus Central.
San Siro.
San Siro.
Is correct.
I don't know this next one.
Which England
I thought he was a
international
goal
scored
scorer.
the only goal of his whole club career against Southampton at the Dell in October 1967?
I was just trying to think of Southampton, to be honest.
I put Nobby Styles, but I'm now thinking it might have been Jack Charlton.
Well, you're wrong on both.
I
those.
see.
I've put Alan Ball.
You're also wrong.
James
No, his other name.
Peter Lorimer Shelton.
Walton.
Oh, interesting.
Here's what it is.
Fair
Right,
enough.
okay.
In 1970, in which country was England captain Bobby Moore accused, and later totally exonerated, of the theft of a bracelet from a jeweller's?
Mexico.
Mexico.
He's not looking sure, yeah?
Oh, was it Brazil or something? Was it
Were they all...
was it a pre-tournament
I thought they were
thing?
actually in Mexico.
They make good coffee
Argentina?
and cocaine.
Colombia.
Colombia.
Did they go to Colombia before the tournament?
Yeah, they might have actually. Yeah, I've gone Mexico as well, so I've got it wrong.
10. Which player holds the record as the youngest player to play in the World Cup final
That's what I've
tournament?
gone for.
Hint. He also helped his country win the last ever British home championship in 1980.
See, unless he said the second part, I wouldn't have thought of a British one. But I've gone Norman Whiteside.
I've also gone Norman Whiteside.
Because that's the correct answer.
Good.
Right then, let's get some points.
Well, I can only get a potential of 1 point.
You are a lunatic. Can you name the English
I'm not even gonna get
football
one.
clubs from the following nicknames?
Right, you
Railway
reveal
Men,
and I'll tell you.
the Shakers, the Pirates, and the Throttles.
How many of these do you know, first of all, and how many are guesses?
I think I've got 3 and I've guessed at one of them, although I'm now starting to think my 4th is not right either. Crew Alexandra.
Correct.
As the Railwaymen.
Correct.
Makes sense.
Bury.
Bury, spelt Bury.
As the...
Shakers.
Yeah.
Bristol Rovers?
Correct.
And then I've gone West Brom.
I'm gonna need that whole name.
Oh,
Right.
West
fuck off, has he got it?
Bromwich Albion.
I haven't got any points.
I think you need to have a long.
What were you going for all of
There's a
them?
mirror.
Plymouth.
There's a mirror in the
I think
bathroom.
Plymouth are the
James.
Pilgrims, to be
Yeah.
fair.
Go in the bathroom. Take a long hard look at
I
yourself.
don't know any football team nicknames.
Right then. 12. There are many professional football clubs that have taken a Beatles song in their nickname.
Do you know, I think I've written a Beatles album, not a song.
Ah, Jesus Christ.
I was rushing.
Villarreal in Spain are the most famous. Which Beatles song do they take their nickname from?
Abbey Road.
What colour are they playing, James?
Oh,
I don't know. Is it Yellow Submarine?
Yes, it's the Yellow Submarine.
Their nickname is El Submarino Amarillo, the Yellow Submarine.
Right.
13.
It's not going well.
Whose August 2012 autobiography was entitled The Bin Men Chronicles?
Have you crossed out what I put?
I put Terry Venables.
Oh, no. I put Joey Barton.
I put Ian Dowie.
No.
Unless you know it. It's
Yeah,
going to be difficult to guess, isn't it?
I don't even know if I've ever heard of this person. Neville
Southall.
Southall.
Yeah, goalie keeper.
Big boy.
Who gives a shit about a goal?
Big
He was-
boy.
I wonder what he's like now, because he was big when he was playing.
Big boy.
A bit of a poker.
Bobby Moore's
Bit of
England
a pocket.
record of 108 caps for an outfield player was broken when which player gained his 109?
It's Beck's, isn't it?
I've got Beckham.
It's Posh and Bex.
It's now been overtaken, though, by Rooney,
There's a
I
surprise.
believe.
Which Brazilian football club did Pelé make 638 appearances for?
Santos, right?
Santos.
Santos. I mean, there's a possible
19?
19 points there, I reckon. James will have got
Is there 19?
19 points.
Well, I think
Maybe
all of
18.
18.
well, there was
15
14
of
questions
what
that were
one
worth
was
1
for.
point, and then 4 for 11. So yeah, 18. Sorry.
Can I have an extra point for being better at maths than Paul?
Absolutely. I doubt that's going to make a difference, though. Oh, I'm kind of sad to see that quiz go.
I know it was a good one.
It was one that I felt was a challenge, especially for James.
I got 7 plus 1. Out of
I
18.
got 13.
Does that put you up to 20?
That puts me to 20 wins.
We need to do
Oh,
something.
well. No, we don't. He knows more than I do. It's fine.
Well, I like the chase. I like the.
When Liverpool caning everyone in the Premier League, we don't go, oh, let's handicap.
Let's
it so
give
the other
Man
guys
City
can
like
win.
6 points for a win.
I'd like to handicap it. Yeah.
I mean, that would be awesome if they did. I believe
Give them
that
the
brings
whole
us
stick.
once again to the end of this week's
Screeching inside.
jaunt through the fabulous world of football.
Yeah.
It'll be.
So as always, you take it easy out there, kids.
It'll be.
Don't be doing silly things with a football that we wouldn't do. And as always,
because there was only one game.
We will see you.
Oh, Paul,
week.
What was that?
Didn't even press it. That was literally internal. I had no control of that. And that one, it was an internal one. Gurglies, stomach rumblies.
Yep.
Because it's nearly tea time.
Oof.
Bye.
Bye.
So there you go, what do you think of that? Another one done, another week in the bag, another week of game gone, another week of games to come. I'm going to have to find a new quiz now. YouTube watchers, make sure YouTube subscribers, like, share and comment. Everybody jump over to cookiecast.com, check us out over there, send us some love. So there we go, that's it for this week, and until next week I'm going to say bye, and I'll see you then. Bye.